Guess he couldn't take the heat. Welcome to Animeology, and today we'll be taking a look at 10 overpowered fire users in anime. All the characters on this list possess potent fire-based abilities and usually run the risk of barbecuing their adversaries.
Outgo Plus Ultra! Prominence!
Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 10. Alibaba Saluja, Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. Starting us off is the Prince of the Balbad Kingdom himself. When we first met Alibaba, he was working as a cart driver, but it seemed like he had his work cut out for him, due to Aladdin sneaking onto the cart and eating some of the melons. Later on in the show, we learned about Alibaba's adept training when it comes to sword fighting, and his ability to learn and anticipate the moves of his opponents. Due to capturing the 7th dungeon with Aladdin and Morgiana, Alibaba gained the power of the fire Jin Amon. Through his metal vessel, Alibaba can use scorching fire-based attacks. Later on in the show, he even manages to master his Jin equipped. In this state, he becomes shrouded in flames and gains the ability to fly. Number 9. Shinra Kusakabe, Fire Force. Next up, we have the infamous Devil's Footprint. Due to being a 3rd generation pyrokinetic, Shinra gained the ability to ignite, control, and utilize the flames from his feet. And due to this, he primarily utilizes the environment and footwork when it comes to fighting, and can even fly, giving him an extreme maneuverability advantage over most of his opponents. Later on, he learns to better control his flames due to training with Benimaru. This resulted in Shinra's flames both being quicker and more potent. At the climax of Fire Force, Shinra temporarily gained the link to the Evangelist through Sho, awakening his ability to move at light speeds. Number 8. Phaeton, Hunter x Hunter.
確かに。あら、意外と素直ね。かなり私腕なまってるね。いい練習台見つけたよ。
Up next, we have the Phantom Troops interrogator Phaeton. Now, when we first saw him, I'm sure no one would have ever guessed that he had immense fire abilities. I mean, through his speed and reflexes, I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought he was more of the ninja type. He even carries around a concealed sword, which is shown that he has mastered. It was later revealed that Phaeton's natural category is transmutation, and his primary ability is called Rising Sun, a powerful fire-based attack. This ability is so strong that he runs the risk of barbecuing himself whenever he decides to use his ability. To counter this, he creates a set of armor, coincidentally demonstrating his competence when it comes to the conjuration category. Number 7. Mereoleona Vermillion, Black Clover. Mereoleona is the firstborn daughter of the Vermillion family, and was actually trained by Noelle's mother. She has a hostile attitude and is incredibly short-tempered. She even dislikes the modern-styled life in the capital, so she spends most of her years out in the wilderness, hunting wild animals and basking in natural mana. As a result of this, she has monstrous strength, speed, endurance, and magical powers.
Lightless flash! She burned up the spell with a punch?
He's in trouble.
As you probably guessed, Mereoleona fights using fire-based magic. However, she has mentioned that she is more of a fighter than a mage. As a result of her fighting preference, she combines her mastery of hand-to-hand combat with her unruly fire magic to create incredibly potent attacks.
I'll show you what destruction looks like! Flame magic! Kalidos Brachium!
Number 6. Rin Okamura, Blue Exorcist. As a child, Rin lived a pretty normal life. Aside from his abnormal strength and temper, which caused most people around him to fear him, that is, his temperament resulted in others calling him a demon or demon child, which I guess isn't wrong since he is the spawn of Satan. It was later revealed that the reason Rin was able to live a somewhat normal life was due to his demonic abilities being sealed away in a sword called Kurikara, and that drawing it actually temporarily restores his demonic powers. After learning to control these powers, Rin uses Kurikara to channel his blue flames to attack. Number 5. Roy Mustang, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
After all,
He's using the flint for ignition, and he carved a transmutation circle into his hand.
Next up, we have everyone's favorite flame alchemist. Roy uses a unique style of fighting. He creates powerful flames through snapping his fingers using custom-made gloves. His right hand creates powerful giant flames, while his left hand creates smaller but more precise flames. However, due to his preferred style, Roy's abilities become virtually useless in the rain, due to the humidity preventing his snapping from creating sparks. His outward persona typically causes adversaries to severely underestimate both his intelligence and abilities. If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, I wouldn't be surprised if Roy Mustang is your favorite character. Number 4. Endeavor, My Hero Academia. Up next is the current number 1 hero. Endeavor's quirk is called Hellflame, which, as you can guess, is an incredibly potent fire-based ability. Endeavor uses his quirk to overwhelm his opponents with unrivaled heat in the form of flamethrowers, precise heat rays, and a fist of fire. Hellflame can also give Endeavor the ability to temporarily fly. Due to the nature of his ability, Endeavor is not fully immune to it, and as a result does overheat over time. Because of this, Endeavor has rigorously trained his physical abilities so that he can fight while conserving his flames.
Go Plus Ultra! Prominence!
Number 3. Natsu Dragneel, Fairy Tale. Next up is the Salamander from Fairy Tail himself. For those who don't know, Natsu uses Fire Dragon Slayer magic, meaning that his power revolves around the usage of flames throughout his entire body. Like all other Dragon Slayers, eating his respective element will give him a giant boost when it comes to his fire magic.
The magic energy from the ether nano.
Throughout the anime, it was shown that Natsu gains new power-ups from consuming different types of flames. However, Natsu also managed to successfully consume and combine other elements with his abilities, such as eating Loxus' lightning and awakening his lightning flame dragon mode. Number 2. Yamamoto Bleach. The runner-up on this list, the captain of the 1st Division as well as the oldest captain in the Gotei 13. And due to his 2 millennia of combat experience, Yamamoto is a master of both swordsmanship and hand-to-hand combat. His spiritual pressure is so strong that it'll induce fear in captain level opponents and will either paralyze or kill someone of a lower level. Yamamoto Zanpakuto is the oldest and most powerful fire-type Zanpakuto there is. In fact, the very release of his Shikai incinerates everything around him, and can even be felt from miles away. The release of his Bankai immediately causes the air and water in a giant range to dry up. It's so powerful that if left unchecked, the flames could incinerate all of Soul Society. Number 1. Escanor, 7 Deadly Sins. Most of you who've clicked on this video have already anticipated Escanor being in first place. When we first saw Escanor, I'm sure that no one ever expected him to be the overpowered savage that he turned out to be. Escanor's ability is called Sunshine. Both the strength and pride grow in proportionality to the sun's rising. Escanor's power peaks at noon. At this time he gains a new form called the One. This power lasts for 1 minute, but in this state he's virtually unstoppable, which is ridiculous since he's already described as invincible in his normal daytime form. This power he managed to take down a full assault mode Meliodas.